Obviously, Dale Gateful 33 here to do episode 29 of my Lost in the Collection series, delving back into records that I haven't played for a long time, at least 5 years, and revisiting them. So this week I chose 5 records that, according to my spreadsheet record, have not actually been played since July 2016, so exactly 5 years. And so I'll show them in the order I played them, and the first is actually pertinent to my previous video. So on that last Lost in the Collection video, I listed some of my favourite versions of Light My Fire, and I had a couple of comments. I missed out one. And the first record I played out of the July happened to be by that artist with that song. So that's a connection. There's a connection here. So that's Jose Feliciano and this album Feliciano, which is quite special to me. I think I've mentioned previously my parents had a fairly limited record collection when I was a kid, and this was one. They had 2 Feliciano albums in that small collection, and really liked his music. And in playing it, I heard, because this is a covers album, I probably heard some of these songs for the first time via this record. And I do think that Light My Fire, my first experience of Light My Fire, was probably this rather than the Doors version. So this should have been in the list. So this is a great album for me. You know, obviously it's got some nostalgia attached to it, but it's got some really good, really good covers. I'm not a massive covers fan, like he says. There have been lots of cover versions in his collection. But I think the California Dreaming and Light My Fire, the opening 2 tracks on this, are probably the most famous or standout kind of versions that he did. The rest are all pretty good, but I think for me they're the standout. So this is really nice, a nice record, and as I said, for me, quite nostalgic. So that was the first record. Okay, second up is this Gong, part of the Gong radio, Gong or whatever it's called, series. Is it a trilogy? And this is a first press on Virgin. Got from a boot sale for £1 several years ago. So, wow, everything great so far. Unfortunately though, the cover's okay. The record is pretty marked. Well, I'm not going to try and show you. The record's quite marked, so it plays fine. It plays through, no skips, but lots of ticks, or quite a few ticks. So, but yeah, really enjoyed this. This is of bonkers, French, Canterbury, whatever you want to call it, prog, and yeah, enjoyable. I enjoyed the second side. I enjoyed the end of the first side. So I enjoyed Flying Tea. Was it? Yeah, I enjoyed Flying Teapot, and I enjoyed Pothead Pixies. I think so. This is a fun prog album, but you probably need to be in the mood for it. And yeah, I've got Camembert Electrique is the only other Gong album I've got, which I enjoyed, but that's similar again. It's kind of a bit bonkers music, but if you're in the right mood, it's really good. Obviously lovely artwork. So that was that. Next up is this album, Joan Armour Trading and Whatever's For Us. So this is her debut album from '72, I think it was, where she co-wrote with Pam Nestor, and the songs, it's a singer-songwriter album, quite a lot of guest artists on it, and yeah, it's a really good singer-songwriter album. I think side 1 of this is incredibly strong. Really enjoyed side 1. Side 2 less strong. I felt the material was a little bit weaker, but so this is kind of before any of her hits, which would have come several years later, probably 3 years later. She started to become known through starting to have some single releases. But I think this is a great album, and well worth checking out if you haven't heard it. So yeah, Joan Armour Trading. Okay, I'm rushing through these. I don't know why I'm rushing through these. And so next up, complete, well, not complete change of gear because the podcast originated from a similar part of the world, but yeah, change of musical style certainly. So this is Dadawa, and the only album released under the Dadawa artist, Peace and Love. So this is Nyabingi type reggae. So reggae would be the overarching genre, but it's Nyabingi, which I know nothing about, or very little about, so I will say what I know, and someone else can fill you in on the facts. So yeah, this Nyabingi is sort of Rastafarian, spiritual, religious Rastafarian music, typically quite sparse, spoken, chanting, singing, a lot of hand drumming, be it on a sort of bongo type drum or whatever happens to be at hand that makes a drumming sound. And yeah, this has got probably, so this is why this is Nyabingi. I think this is not a typical example. There's electric guitar, even some piano and stuff going on in here, which makes this more produced, and therefore to me a white Western rock sort of brought up through that ilk. This sounds great. I don't know. I do have a 3 CD box, Trojan box of Nyabingi. I've never actually delved into it, although I was looking at it while I was listening to this record. I was looking at it and realised that it's actually got all this has only got 4 tracks on it, and all 4 tracks are on that box set. So I could actually get a digital version of this by kind of ripping those individual tracks from the 3 CD box set that I've got. I don't know what the rest is like. The lead singer is, oh, please be on here. Please be on here, because otherwise he's not on it. The lead singer did other releases under his name and his band. So yeah, it tells you who the bass player, the drummer, the guitarist, but it doesn't actually tell you the singer stroke chanter, which is so I'll put it in the comments below rather than ramble on, and yeah, should have researched it, but yeah, this is beautiful. So what I should say, this is beautiful. This is spiritual music of the highest order. So if you like spiritual jazz, this is spiritual reggae, I'll say, and this is how I can classify it. Absolutely beautiful, particularly the second side. Well, all 4 tracks are great. I think track 2 of side A and all of side B are fantastic and just beautiful. I played this morning first thing. It was perfect. Had a curry and a couple of gins last night, so it was perfect early morning music when you've got a little bit of a muzzy head. So moving on to the final one is the Explorers Club and Together. So Explorers Club, this is from 2016, I think, because I would have bought it in 2016, played it in 2016, filed it in 2016, revisited it in 2021, although it did come with a download, so I have listened to it digitally or in the car since then. So yeah, this is sunshine pop of the 60s ilk. This is, if you listen to this, particularly kind of the opening tracks, this is the Beach Boys of their late 60s, early 70s style. So this is sunshine pop or jangle pop, done in the modern era in a Beach Boys style, kind of continuing. I don't know if you're familiar with the band Pugwash, kind of sort of continuing some of that Pugwash sound as well. And sort of Pugwash kind of blend, to me, Beach Boys and XTC, but this is probably more leaning on the Beach Boys sound. But it's very, very nice, summery pop album, perfectly pleasant, 31 minutes, enjoyable. So yeah, so that all fine. I think this I need to decide if I'm going to find a better copy of this, because I was happy to get this for £1. I didn't enjoy it so much listening to it because it was quite crackly, quite and ticky, so it kind of spoilt it for me. But you know, it'll be, if I want to get a first press of this in decent condition, that's going to be 50 to 100 quid. It wasn't worth 50 to 100 quid to me, so I'll maybe see if there's a reissue of this that I might pick up, or some kind of CD box. If they did one of those 5 CD boxes of Gong material, I might pick that up as well to listen to it without all the pops and ticks and clicks. But that's part of being a vinyl collector. So what I will say in the last few minutes, so I jumped on a live stream that Alan Static Traveller was doing recently, you know, just the last hour or so. And yeah, unfortunately I joined right at the end, so, but it was talking about some really good stuff, and there's some of the kind of people I follow, all the people on the live stream that were the people I follow. So Rob Ison was on there, Martin Parrott, Rob Walker, Madam Sin, and even so a lot of the UK. I think Alan did it to try and drag out the UK VC channel, and I kind of just saw it and jumped in at the end. And yeah, it's talking about a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about at the moment, or when I joined you was about, you know, particularly at the moment, I'm busy at work, it's the summer, I'm working from home is not helping my record listening. I'm buying lots of records as a kind of coping mechanism with the situation. I'm not having time to listen to them. I'm getting frustrated that I've got too much music and not enough time. And the solution is probably to have less music and more time, but then that kind of, I lose the kind of coping mechanism then of the retail therapy and the thrill of the chase, or the thrill of the arrival. So yeah, so sorry, that's a little bit, but and that's kind of was going on in the live stream. Unfortunately, I had to finish, cut it short. So yeah, so don't know why I said all of that, but yeah, it was interesting to me, and something I'm pondering at the moment. Even the VC videos are, I think John 6-inch Pianist said that this series would drive me mad. It's not driving me mad. I'm enjoying doing it. What's now, because I'm particularly mega busy at work, what's driving me is now, oh my God, I've got to find time to listen to those 5 records to do the Lost in the Collection by the weekend. And I'm really busy, which means I'll prioritise those over any of the new arrivals or anything else I want to listen to. And so it's not driving me mad, it's just kind of the fact I've got no time to listen to music is driving me mad. The solution is to go back to my 4-hour commute into London with the headphones on, where I can listen to music, but that's not a solution that I would look forward to either, because that means 16 hours of commuting a week. So anyway, answers on a postcard. Yeah, sorry, apologies for the last 3 minutes. I probably should have said at the beginning, you could forget the last 3 minutes. Okay, cheers VC. I'll be back with that recent finds video that I promised to do in the middle of this week, but I didn't listen to any of the recent finds to be able to do the video, and I don't know when I will. I may even slow down these videos. It's getting towards, I've got a holiday in a few weeks, and other things coming up. So I can't promise. I'm trying to get to 30 episodes of Lost in the Collection, and then there may be a break, so that I can get on with my life. Cheers, VC. Thanks, bye.